This is an example of anti-Black racism and how some people are our allies and will ride for us when you least expect it. Take a look.
You don't have to travel with a Black person to North Africa to know that they're racist as well. All you need is to understand the language, right? In which I do. I understand the language, right? I speak Arabic. And, you know, I'm not gonna name the country, but listen, it's most of North Africa. Let's be real here. And I was at a bazaar, a store in a bazaar, and I see a biracial couple. You know, they're also buying stuff. I'm minding my business, right? They're all laughing, they're having fun, whatever. This guy's about to get a sale, right? And then I hear this talking to his like coworker or his friend or whatever, the guy who's selling. He was like, "Oh, look at this beautiful white lady. Like, you know, it's unfortunate that she had to settle for this Black guy. He's ugly. Look at his lips; they're so huge." That word for word. I'm not exaggerating. It's word for word. And so I went to the couple, the biracial couple, and I was like, "Listen, this is exactly what he said. It's up to you if you want to go buy it or not." I did my part. The guy obviously cursed the seller out. He cursed them out. They were appalled. They walked away. And then the guy who's selling came up to me and he's like, "Yo, you just cost me my sale. Why would you do that? Like, we're not doing well out here." And I'm like, "You are doing well. Fuck out of here." And that should teach you. And you're brown. You are brown. How could you be saying that when you're also brown? Try traveling to Europe or America and watch how quick they're gonna treat you like that. Just watch. You're gonna be humbled really quick. I hope to God he don't do that again.
So this sister is Egyptian, and obviously the store clerk didn't know that. And the store clerk was shading this Black man who came in with one of the folks and was like, what is she doing with him? You know, God forbid that this white woman should be with a Black man. You know, she's just too good for him. Look how pretty she is. And then this Egyptian woman who happened to know Arabic went and said to the brother, "Hey, the store clerk is saying this, and that about you." And as you can hear, the brother laid that store clerk out and took his business elsewhere. And then the store clerk is all bothered and goes up to this woman and says, "Well, why would you do that? Well, you made me lose business. You see, it's okay for you to be anti-Black racist and prejudiced and all of those things to Black people, but you still want our business, right? So now you're upset with this woman who saw that, you know what, I need to tell this brother what's going on here, because they will be smiling in our faces and taking our money, but then you're out here trashing Black people, right? So I love that she did that. And I love that the brother checked the clerk. And I love that the brother went about his business and said, "I'm taking my business elsewhere." But here's is just another example of how people look at Black men who are with white women or vice versa, and they just don't think Black people are good enough, period. And as this woman said, you're brown too, and you have the nerve to be this way, because even people who are, you know, South Asians, Middle Eastern, whatever the case may be, that are like considered to be non-melanated, still look down upon us. We are still, you know, just something that they would scrape off the bottom of their shoe, and they feel like they're very, very much, you know, white proximity, white adjacent, and Black people aren't good enough. And you know what? No surprise. I'm just glad that there was somebody there who was willing to go to this brother and say, "You need to take your business elsewhere. Do with it what you want with this information, but you need to take, you know, make a decision about whether or not you want to give these people your money." And this is another example of why we should only be investing in Black-owned businesses and not giving these people our money. Can you imagine what they're saying about us in front of us, and we don't understand, and there's nobody, you know, around who speaks their language that would be kind enough to come and tell us? Could you imagine Black people who go to get their nails done, and you got these Vietnamese people? Could you imagine what they might be saying about us? And I'm not suggesting all of them are. I'm just saying this example is probably something that happens a lot right under our nose, and we just don't know it. Okay. I can only imagine what the white woman's family may be saying. behind closed doors. You never know. You just never know. I'm just saying, when we enter into interracial relationships, we're frowned upon by a lot of people, and you just don't know it. Again, I'm just glad that this woman told this brother. But like I said, start investing in Black-owned businesses only. Stop giving our money to people that really don't like us, but they like our money. They don't like us, but they like our culture. They don't like us, but they like everything we stand for and in the way that we look, but they don't like us. It's time for us to start taking our trillions and investing it in our own businesses, okay? Because we do not treat them like that when they come into our establishments. We're nice to them. We're kind to them. We're even kind to them when they come in with, one of the folks. We do not treat them like that. So we need to bring our kindness to our Black-owned businesses and stop investing in these other establishments. So I thank this woman for doing what she did. Okay, I do. But family, let me know what you think about this. Drop your comments in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content. Until next time, I shall see you again. Until then, please be safe.